This story is about a machine through which you can see your old memories. The story started with a man named Sam, who was with his brother in the car at the time, and they were going home. He was drunk, and he was drunk, and while singing, he moved ahead in his journey. But then suddenly, his happiness turns into sorrow. Because then a car comes hard and collides with his car. His car and the other car had a very bad accident. Their car was overturned, due to which both of them got injured a lot. Now Sam's brother was saying something lightly. He wanted to say something to Sam. He should have come close and listened to his brother. But he does not understand what my brother is saying. Then suddenly, his brother became quiet. His foreign accent shifts, and he comes to a hospital where Sam opens his eyes. Because after the accident, he became unconscious, and now he was told that his brother died in the accident. Because of this, he went into shock. He was very sad. He starts remembering that time again and again when his brother is saying something that Sam cannot understand. Now a year passes in the story of Sam going to a conference. Here, a very famous scientist gives a speech to everyone, saying that I have made a unique machine whose name is Rememory, which is also the name of the movie. With the help of this we can record anyone's memory and see it later. Even it can be seen in front of everyone by bringing them on TV. Now the scientist has recorded the memories of some people whom he shows here in front of everyone. Everyone was very surprised at the intelligence of the scientist and started clapping for him. After the conference, the investor in this project, who had invested money in all this, comes to the scientist. Says that you should complete this project quickly. We have to bring this machine to the market very soon. On which the scientist says that I have done it so soon. I do not want this now. Because some of its work is still left. There are some errors in the machine, and some mistakes that need to be corrected. Otherwise, there can be a loss. Which the investor says that whatever it is, and I do not care about all this. We just have to launch it quickly. Now the scientist went to a party from there. When his friend comes to him, she gets very angry at the scientist. Because she had also shown her memories to everyone on TV. What she does not like is that you give me back the memory slide that you have, in which you have recorded my memories. Now this slide is like a reel, which the scientist says that I will give it. I do not have it now, it is at home. Both started having a lot of arguments about this, by which the scientist gets tired and leaves from here. Sam had also come to this party, who had come to meet the scientist. But we could not meet. Now the scientist goes straight to his office from there, and he starts looking at the memories of his wife and daughter on the laptop. After such a long time, a boy named Todd came in here, who first gets very angry at the scientist, after which she also puts a gun on him. Sam had also come out of the office at the same time, because he somehow wants to meet the scientist, because he wants to see the memories of the accident that day. When his brother was saying something, because of which Sam was worried, and he somehow wanted to know what my brother was saying. He was sitting in the car when Todd came out of the office and left. In a little while he saw that the same friend of the scientist also went inside the office. He quietly picked up that machine and his memory and brought it with him. She was also very nervous. She comes into the car and sees the memories of the scientist, in which he was with his wife and daughter. Seeing this, the scientist's friend was very sad and starts crying a lot. Sam was sitting in his car and watching all this. He felt something wrong. That's why the scientist's friend went from there. Then he also follows him in his car. He saw that she went to the scientist's house, and quietly in his garage, she leaves from there with the memory machine. And then I was surprised. The next day, the scientist's body is found in his office. No one knew who killed him, and the police were investigating his case. There was a bullet mark on the picture here. But surprised, the scientist died naturally. That is, it is like itself, and there was no bullet mark on his body. The investor was not saddened by his death. In fact, he was sorry that this was the only machine that the scientist had made. He is now missing from his office. He gives a speech to everyone. He started saying that I wanted that machine somehow. His search started today, because after a few days, he has to launch it. He also tells the media here that the scientist is no longer in this world. He died suddenly. Sam had also heard this news on TV. That's why he went to the scientist's house, where his wife was. Sam tells him that I am the scientist's friend. He was very sad about his death. Hearing this, his wife brought Sam inside, and she says that my husband's death was natural, but no one understands, because the office stuff was also scattered, and there were 3 bullet marks on the wall. Now, after talking a little, Sam started going from there. But he cleverly stole the garage keys, where the scientist's friend had kept the memory machine, and now he went to the garage quietly. Along with this memory machine, he also sees the slides of many people who have their memories in them. And now Sam comes home with this machine and all the slides. Sam was sure that someone had killed the scientist. That's why he starts seeing their memories on their slides, and meets everyone again and again. Apart from this, he also starts his investigation at that company where the scientist used to work, and now he starts putting his slides in that memory machine and starts recording his memory. He also put that device on his head, with the help of which all this process was to happen, and now he went back to his memories. He tries to go back to that moment, when his brother was saying something. Before this, he would have reached there. Sam could not tolerate the things before that, and he removes the device, due to which his process stops in the middle. That's when he sees that his brother is sitting in front of him and playing the guitar. In next moment, he disappears. Actually, Sam had put that incident on his mind so much. Now he started getting weird thoughts. The next day, Sam comes to that company where the scientist used to work. He asks Sam, "Do you know anything about that memory machine? And why are you investigating our company?" To which Sam replies, "The first thing is that I do not know anything about that machine, and the second reason for investigating is that I am an investigation officer, and I am working for a company." Now, during the conversation, he starts telling the worker Sam about this machine. She says that it was used on me too. There were a lot of errors in that machine. Now, through this machine, those memories of a person are recorded. He was very sad and in pain. Then it has a bad effect on that person's mind, and it often becomes his life too. In the beginning, the scientist did not know this. Only the company knew. But that day during the conference, the scientist also learned about this. This is the reason why he did not want to launch this machine. After this, Sam came home. Yes, now he starts looking at the memory of the scientist's friend. And then the next day, he goes to meet him. He tells him that the scientist's wife has chosen me to investigate his case. He answers the question there. Then he says that I and the scientist liked each other. But one day, he recorded some of my memories, which included that moment when I was with my friend, and we were spending time together alone. He then showed that memory to everyone on the day of the conference, which I did not like at all. I wanted to get that slide, which had my memories. That's why I went to the scientist's garage. There were a lot of slides there, which I also got mine. Now, before that, I would have taken it. The slides fell to the ground and scattered. Because of the sound, the scientist's wife was about to come there, because of which, I had to leave there. Next day I went back to the office, where the scientist's body was. I got scared, and I put the memory machine back in the garage. But when I went to the garage the next day, there was neither the memory machine nor the slides. We know that Sam took it from there. She then tells Sam that if you are really investigating this case, then go and meet Todd. Because of the day the scientist died, that day Todd also left his office in a lot of anger. In anger, he abused the scientist. Now, before leaving, Sam tells the scientist's friend, "If you want your slide back, then I can bring it to you. If you will support me in this case, then I will give you that." After which, he went to meet Todd and asks him about the scientist. As soon as he heard it, Todd got angry. But now Sam takes out the gun from his locker and taunts Todd. Seeing this, Todd was quite surprised. Asks, "How did you find out the number of my locker? And there is a gun there, in which you were taking out the gun from this locker. So I found out the number and the gun, and now you will have to tell me everything truthfully." So here, Todd tells me and my friend that, with whom I loved, we used to work in a factory. One day, some robbers entered. They shot my friend, due to which he died there. Then they also shot me. Now I have survived this. But I lost my memory by getting shot in the brain, after which, the scientist contacted me. He told me that you would also become a part of this project of mine. When I said yes, he used this memory machine in my brain, due to which my memory came back. But along with that, I also had those painful memories. When my friend died, he was not able to bear those memories. I was very worried. This thing was affecting my mind. That's why I told the scientist that he should erase those painful memories of mine. But when he did not listen to me, then I got very angry. That's why I took the gun that night. I went to his office, and I told him very badly, but believe me, I did not kill him. Now how true is his story? To make him not believe. Todd's memory is checked, and as Todd said, everything was the same. That means Todd did not kill him. Because when Todd left the office in anger, at that time, the scientist was alive. And at that time, the scientist's friend went to his office. So now he was in doubt. Here, Todd says that I knew the scientist had an affair with his friend. Regarding this, I was blackmailing the scientist. If you do not erase those memories of mine, then I will go and tell your wife about your relationship. Because of this, the scientist ended his relationship with his friend. And since then, the relationship between them has not been going well. Now take all this information. Sam leaves from there. He now went to the scientist's wife, and she tells her that the memory machine is with me. And at the same time, someone came to the door, because of which Sam went and hid. And he explained it to the scientist's wife. Whatever happened, do not tell her about me. When he checked, he found out there is an investor in the company who has come here to talk to the scientist's wife about the machine, because he will do it anyway, and will destroy it soon. Actually, he has come to know the machine is with Sam, because he is meeting every person. These slides were made by the scientist at the behest of the company, in which everyone had memories. He tells the scientist's wife, that is, if you also know anything about a man named Sam, then be sure to tell, because he killed your husband, a scientist, and stole his machine. We are also searching for him. Now here, the scientist's wife does not tell anything about Sam to the investor. Sam did not give his real name here. In fact, he said something else. That's why the investor left from there. After which, Sam came out. And now here he tells the scientist's wife the truth. I am Sam, and I did not kill your husband. In fact, I am an investigation officer, and I am investigating this case. I am sure that the scientist's friend has killed him, because he told me, and I tried to trap Todd in this case, although he is innocent, and now I want to prove the scientist's friend guilty, for which I need your help, on which she agreed to help Sam. That is, to show him her memory. He says that I want to know everything about your husband, a scientist, and he often talked about you and his daughter, which is no longer in this world. The scientist's wife puts that device in, goes to her daughter's memory, and starts recording it. The next day, Sam calls the scientist's friend to a place, saying that, come and take your memory slide. Now, when the scientist's friend reached there, so in front of him was not Sam but the scientist's wife, who told him that if you want to take your slide back, then you have to show us your memory of that night. The night my husband died, she says that I know that you doubt me, but I did not kill the scientist. Believe me. Her wife says that we can believe you only when we see the memory of that day, on which the scientist's friend agreed. And now let's see the scene of that night in his memory, when the scientist's friend was going to his office, so Todd was coming out of there. But by the time she went inside, the scientist was dead, by which Sam and the scientist's wife believe that he did not kill the scientist, so they give him his memory slide. The scientist's friend was very happy to get his slide. He thanks the scientist's wife, and gives him a slide, which was of the scientist himself, and he recorded it at that time. when he died. But what did the scientist know? That he will die, and his friend had to take it from there. Which the scientist's son's memories were. Now, when Sam came home, he decides that, today I will record the whole memory of the night of the accident, because now he had a memory machine. He somehow puts the device in and records the whole memory of that incident. He found out that before dying. In the last moment, my brother was not saying anything to me, but he was humming that song, which we were singing during the journey. Knowing this, Sam was very shocked. I was also disappointed, and now he sees the memory of the incident ahead. When the second car came and collided with him, and it was not from anyone else, but it was the scientist's car, in which the whole family was sitting. In the accident, the scientist and his wife were saved, but his daughter was killed. Now, after seeing this memory and recording it, Sam was very sad. And now, the next day he comes again with the machine to the scientist's wife, where these two now see the memory of the scientist's last moments, which was given to them by the scientist's friend, which we came to know. The scientist used to miss his daughter a lot, and that's why he made this memory machine, so that he can keep his daughter's memories forever, and also remove those memories, finish, which he did not want. That's why that day after running away, he was missing his daughter. Then he felt bad pain, starts to erase the memories. But during this time, due to bad memories, his mind stopped working, and thus he died. So now here, it was revealed. What was the reason for the scientist's death? And because of these two, I got to know the truth. That's why the scientist's wife thanks Sam. You helped so much in this case. And here, while being sad, he says, please forgive me, because unintentionally, I made a big mistake. He actually wanted to tell you about the accident here. By saying that, he gives the scientist's wife his family's badge, which he will come to know. That was the car in which he had an accident. It was not anyone else's, but it was Sam's. He finally says this from his mouth, which the scientist's wife says, but now I don't care about these things. I just know. You helped us. But Sam goes from there without saying anything. After his death, the scientist's wife doesn't look at his memory, and she throws Sam's slide, and her husband's slide, in the bottle, and throws it in the sea. She sees her son in the water. Seeing this, she was very happy, because now she has decided that she will forget her old memories and start a new one. Sam had also thought the same thing. I will get rid of my brother's memories and move forward in life. And with this film ends here.